Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto stage for the first time in many years, Kevin Cunliffe. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kevin Cunliffe. Thank you all for being here tonight. So let's have a see. Now, this is a mentalism show. We will be using a lot of suggestion techniques and also many other various things, including reading minds and amongst many other things. So that means that I will be hopefully using everyone's own mentality. Okay. So that means obviously I will be calling upon a lot of you now as assistants to aid me, because if I stand here on the stage and try to read my own mind, well, it might be entertaining for some, but obviously more humorous for others. So, with that said, I'm going to try a little something with each and every single one of you. So what I would like each of you to now do is just to think of any number between 1 and 10. Any number at all. Obviously don't share it with me or anyone else, it kind of ruins the fun. So here I have a list of random words, numbered 1 through 10. So I want you to try and find your number on there. I assume most of you can see those. For those of you at the back that can't, number 1 is shiny, number 2 is beat, number 3 is weapon, number 4 is organ, number 5 is fork, number 6 is blood, number 7 is metal, number 8 is soft, number 9 is cut, and number 10 is red. So I want you all to concentrate on whatever word it is that you now have in mind. And now I have a second list. Now this list is slightly obscure shopping list. What I want you to do, whatever word you are now thinking of, is to concentrate on that word and try and closely relate it to one of these items. Try and describe one of them if you can. So the first one is prayer beads. The second one is a skull. The third is Bible. The fourth is tarot cards. The fifth is a psycho knife, a voodoo mask, a heart, an incense burner, a wicker man, and finally a crucifix. So once again, whatever word you was first thinking of, I want you to try and relate it to any one of those items. Now, most of you in this room will now actually be concentrating, hopefully, on the same item. Most of you will be thinking of that human heart. Except the odd few, which were now thinking of the sharp carving knife. So, that's a simple demonstration of how suggestion can work. Now, I'm going to try a little other thing using a coin. Now, earlier on I came in amongst all of you as you was all coming in, and I handed about half a dozen or so of you a little black envelope, and obviously you know who you are. So if you have one of these little envelopes, stand up, take out the envelope, and obviously everyone can obviously see exactly where you are and who you are. Okay? Okay, so we've got a couple down here, one in the middle there, someone over at the side. So obviously there are quite a few of you. Okay, is that fair enough? Now I'm going to pick any one of you totally at random. You in the middle there, would you mind? I'll tell you what we'll do. If you stand up so everyone can obviously see you there, yeah, okay, and you got the envelope there, okay. You can pop that in your pocket for now, but obviously keep hold of it so, you know, and obviously everyone can agree that obviously these are things randomly that you put in those as well, okay. But before we get to that, we're going to play a little game, fair enough? Now at some point, most of you will have done something similar to this, maybe at school, maybe more recent. Here I've got a £2 coin. And we're simply going to play a game of guess which hand the coin's in. Fair enough? Okay. Now in a moment I'm going to place the coin behind my back. Okay, I'm going to hide it in one of my two hands. And I'm going to bring both my fists out, and I want you to simply out loud call out either left or right. Is that fair enough? Okay, really loud so obviously everyone in here can hear, especially me over all this way. Is that fair enough though? Okay, call out your right hand. So that's this one, because technically that is actually my left. Is that fair enough? Okay.
Tell you what, if I was to do that, you would be wrong, but obviously perspective-wise, is that fair enough? That is technically my left hand, is that fair enough though? I tell you what, I can prove this, and I actually knew you was going to go with that one. If you like to come forward, you can take the coin as well. There we go. Give her a nice round of applause for coming up. Everyone's always charging the first one on stage. Okay, if you like to take the coin, turn it over, there's a little sticker on the other side, and out loud, if you like to read out loud what it says.
You will choose the left hand.
And there we go, thank you very much. I tell you what though, we'll try this again. Do you have any money on you, like a 5, a 10, 25 note, anything like that? Anything at all? Okay? I'm glad it's in a wallet in your pocket, or in a handbag somewhere at the back. Oh no, I don't want to touch it. Okay, but obviously you can put all the rest away, that's fair enough. Now, every single note, and you can check this yourself, every note, they all have like an individual serial number. And it's almost like that note's thumbprint. Every single one is always different, there's never two the same, most people know this. If you now look at the serial number on there, you'll be able to find that, is that fair enough? Okay, what you want to do is to fold that note in half, so that serial number goes on the inside. Okay? And then go in the same way again, you can fold the note once more. Oh no, lengthways once again, sorry. There we go. That's it. So you like to keep the denomination of the money on the outside, you see. So again, if you could fold it again so the denomination is still on the outside, that's perfect. So what we're going to do is, if I give you a pen in a moment, what we're going to do is have you write your name on it. But just to obviously show everyone that that obviously is now on the inside. There's no way in obviously seeing any part of that. Is that fair enough? Okay. So, let's see. If we get you to write your name, if we get you to write your name across the face, like that, or even just your initials, is that fair enough? Okay. So if you know in putting your initials on there or your name or whatever, there's no way in me being able to switch it, to swap it, or unidentify it. Is that fair enough? Okay? Okay? And again, you can see, okay, fair enough. Now if I hand you that, and what I want you to do is like I did with the coin, hide that behind your back, and hide it in either hand. And again, I'll turn away, so obviously there's no way I can try and pre-guess or anything like that. Is that fair enough? Okay? And again, hide it in either hand and bring them out front. Okay? Now then, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to do just one thing. Right? And obviously that isn't tell me where it is, but what I'm going to ask you to do will hopefully aid me and obviously everyone else when I explain how this works, okay? All I want you to do is cross your arms over. Perfect. Now, most people when you do this, they try and hide something, especially denomination money, they want to keep it secure. So most people, they will hide it underneath. So I'm going to ask you to open this hand for me. Okay, so you like to play things slightly differently to most, okay? But obviously, if you know you can pop this hand away, that's fine, okay? So if you take the note and just hold it up against your forehead in that clenched fist again, okay? Okay, now there's obviously no way I know this note or anything like that, is that fair enough? I did ask you earlier on to look at the serial number as you folded it up. Try and make that mental image again. Really remember yourself doing that. Maybe 2, 5, 7, and I think it's a 9. A 2, 5, I think it's a 7, 9. I believe those are the last 4 digits of the serial number. If you obviously unfold it, re-unfold it all, find that serial number again for us. That's it, and we'll just double check. There we go, you can read them out.
2579.
2579. Thank you very much for playing on. I tell you what, before you go, so obviously playing along and obviously helping me out, I do have one more thing, and it's this little dice, and obviously you can check that. Do make sure it has all 6 numbers, there's obviously none rubbed off or anything like that, is that fair enough? And again, you can give it a roll, make sure it is like loaded or weighted or anything like that, is that fair? Okay, is that fair? You're happy with that? Do you want to try it again just to be doubly certain? Okay, so it's not rolling the same number, is that fair though? Okay, here we go. Now what we're going to do to make this fairer, if we drop that in there, so we can see that it's mixed and everything else. Okay, so if you like to give that now a little shake, a little mix up, okay, and then again we can dump that down. Now whatever number you land, you get to take that envelope back to your seat and later on we'll come to opening it. So what number did we get? It's number 1. Is that fair enough? That's for you. Thank you for helping. And later on we'll get to opening those up. Thanks very much. Nice round of applause for us all for helping out. Okay then, guys. Now, that's obviously a nice little thing they're using, 50-50 chance, using guess which kind of coins in and things like that. It's a little game that most of us all played when we were at school and things like that. So now, I want to show how we can do the same kind of statistic load, but the way that I like to do things. Now, as you've all been coming in, most of you may have noticed I've got a red bag, and I've got a blue bag. They've been on stage throughout most of this evening. So I want each and every single one of you to simply think of either the colour red or the colour blue. Don't tell anyone, keep that secret, keep that safe, only you will know this information. So each and every one of you now thinking either red or blue. Is that fair enough? Okay. Now once you've done that, what I want you to do is to now think of any number between 1 and 10. Okay? So for argument's sake, if you was on the red bag and you thought of the number 3, you're now going to move that number of times. So it would go 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So does that make sense? Okay? So whatever bag you started on, you would move across that number of times. Okay? And now once you've done that, I want you now to spell your own first name. So obviously in my case, it would be Kevin. So I would go K-E-V-I-N. Okay? And you would spell your name as you move across. Okay? And last but not least, whichever bag you are on now, whatever colour that bag may be, I want you to spell that colour. So again, if you're on the red bag, you would spell red. If you're on the blue bag, you would spell blue. Okay? So I'll give you a moment to do that. Okay? So now you should all have only one of these in mind. I don't want you to tell me or tell anyone else, but now you've got one of these colours in mind. In a moment, I'm going to walk in amongst you. I'm going to pick any one of you at total random. Because I will say, one of these bags is totally empty. The other one, however, isn't. So, let's have a see. What's your name? Tom. Tom, what do you Tom? What do you think of one of the bags? Yeah. Okay. Nice round of applause for Tom, ladies and gentlemen. You were thinking of the red bag? Okay. That's an interesting one. Okay. Because one of these bags, as I stated before, has an item in it. The other one is totally safe and totally fine. Because the item that's in the bag is actually a very sharp carving knife, pointed upwards. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you a 50-50 chance, like I did before. Do you want to swap? Okay, so that's where you think it is then. That's where you think the knife is. Okay? In that case then, like I said, it's a third chance, 50-50. That's where you think the knife is. Is that fair? Thanks very much, Tom. And before you go, no, not just yet, don't run off just yet. Obviously, that was a little bit more riskier. Yeah, obviously you could have injured your foot there if I had you stamp on it. So I'll tell you what, I'm willing, rather than just trying to roll a dice this time, I'm willing enough to raise the stakes a little higher for you. Is that fair enough? By raising the stakes, I'm going to give you the chance of winning yourself £50 from me. Is that fair enough? Okay. On the board there, we have 5 numbers. Fair enough? Okay, if you just move back, so obviously everyone else can see as well. 5 numbers, 1 through 5. Now, most people, they will say there's a 1 in 5 chance of winning. I'm not going to do that. Okay? I'm going to say there are 4 chances of you winning, and there is only 1 chance that you could lose. How's that? So obviously if you pick the wrong one, you lose. If you pick any of the other 4, you will win. Is that fair enough? So you've got 5 numbers there. If you now really loud could call out any one of those numbers for me. 3. Number 3. Okay. So we're at number 3. What I want you to do is now with number 3, we're going to move 3 times. So you could move 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We could go backwards and forwards. Which way would we go now? Do we go left, do we go right? Left. So that takes us over to number 2. Now we're going to move once more. So do we go left or right? Right again to number 3. Now, we've got the last final move. The third and final move, where do we go? Do we go left? Do we go right? To the right, that now takes us to number 4. Is that fair? And obviously we've not set this up or anything, this is all your first choice. You could, if you'd gone to the left, you could have gone right, anywhere at all. Is that fair? The note's been here throughout. Now I genuinely said before we did any of this, there were 4 chances of you winning. 1 that you would lose. Earlier on I wrote something on there which says if you choose the number 4, then you lose. I'm very sorry, Tom. Unfortunately, you didn't win the money this time. Maybe next time. Nice round of applause for Tom, though, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we're moving along now very, very rapidly. So let's see. Okay. I'll tell you what, normally I just pick one person at a time, but this time I'm going to try something a little bit different. Rather than me coming into the audience, most magicians, most performers, they like little cuddly toys, the frisbees, things like that. And they'll throw it in amongst them and make it even more random. So I'm going to do something similar. I couldn't find a cuddly toy, but round the back earlier on I did find a house brick. So I will throw this amongst you and obviously catch it because, you know it's a bung on the head. I can see some of them quite worried now. Don't worry, it's made of sponge. So, okay, I'm going to lob this in amongst you, so if you do catch it, I don't want to knock any drinks off or anything else, so we'll lob it that way. Whoever's nearest, grab that. And we'll throw that once more, so it makes it even fairer. Okay. Okay, where are we? I can't quite see. Oh, right at the back over there. Would you like to come forward? Okay, nice round of applause as well for us to make the way to the front. Okay, nice round of applause as well. Thank you very much, Alan. Yay, take a seat, by all means. Now inside here, as you can see, we've got a folded playing card, and that is burned to a crisp and clipped together. Is that fair enough? Okay. I'm going to dump that down. If you could take all of that for me, put your other hand on the top, so there's no cheating, I can't swap anything. Is that okay? Now then, what we're going to do is the idea of a game of total imagination. Okay? Yours, not mine. That would just be silly. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to try and play a game of by destroying an entire pack of cards. Obviously I've only got 1 in there, so it means the majority of the cards have to be destroyed. Okay, so I'm going to throw the brick again, and we'll make the first decision. I'll throw it that way this time. Okay, so what's your name, darling? Mandy, is that? Okay, Mandy. In an entire pack of cards, it's made up of 52 cards, consisting of like all your number cards, your pips, like your A's through 10, and then obviously you've got your court cards, your Jack, Queen, Kings, your higher value cards. Obviously, like I said, we've got to get rid of the majority of these, so all I want you to do is out loud shout out which would you like, the pictures or the numbers? Numbers? In that case, we'll get all those number cards and we'll throw those away. They are gone, they are no more. Okay? So that leaves us now all the picture cards, all the jacks, all the queens, all the kings. Throw the brick again, or we'll go with someone else. Where are we? Oh, right, almost at the back. What's your name, darling? Millie. Okay, so we've got the jacks, we've got the queens, we've got the kings. We'll give it you another 50-50 choice. Do you want the men or do you want the women?
To keep or to get rid of?
Your choice?
Get rid of the men.
You'll get rid of the men. Okay, so we'll get rid of the men. Okay, so that leaves us just the ladies then. Throw the brick again. Okay, I think you see where that went then. I think it went over this side. Okay, wherever it is, whoever's the nearest, grab hold of it.
It's next to Cheryl. Just tell her.
Someone called Cheryl.
It's on the floor.
It's on the floor by you, I believe.
It's not by me.
Oh, there we go. Gentleman here. Okay, so we have the 4 women left. That's the clubs, the hearts, the spades, and lastly the diamonds. All I want you to do is you are going to save one of these damsels in distress. Okay? All the others will be destroyed, they'll be gone. Out loud, which would you like? Any one of the 4 suits? What was that? Hearts. So we're going with the picture card, the Queen of Hearts. Is that fair enough? Okay.
Of course, you've been holding on to this the entire time. Click this. Here's your picture card.
And there you go. You can confirm that is the Queen of Hearts. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, that's a very clever card trick. But how the hell could he do it? Well, the strange thing is I can prove that it was going to be the Queen of Hearts throughout the entire show. And I'm going to do just exactly that. Because,
You see,
quite a while ago, I actually made a genuine prediction.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
And is that your card, the Queen of Hearts?
you didn't expect this one, did you?
Put some clean ones on next time. Don't turn them inside out.
Okay then. Now it's your turn. You're going to choose 4 numbers, because obviously there's yourself and the 3 other people that have just helped us. Is that fair enough? So, you're going to take that. We've already lost card number 1, so if you'd like to roll this once more, one for yourself. Just obviously roll the dice again. And we've got number 5, so you can take envelope number 5 if you like. Fair enough. And we'll go again. I'm going to say if you want to roll it again for these as well. 5 again. Okay, we're going to go again. 4, number 4. Okay, so that's another one. Okay, good. And obviously they can fight in amongst themselves which one of these that they want. That's entirely. Gone down the back somewhere. I'll find you in a second if you like. So you roll and you found it?
Yep.
There we go. It's not like kind of magic at you see. We're not trying to make things disappear. Number 6. Okay, how many is that now? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've got one more there. Number 1, we've had that. So it's either number 2 or number 3. Let's have a look. Number 1 again. Tell you what, don't I? I'll tell you what. Do you want to give those to them?
Yes.
Right, there we go. We'll give those to them, and they can choose anyone that they want. We've got the 2 left. We'll make it easier rather than using dice, because we could be here all night.
Can I sit down?
Point to up.
Okay. So the people now with those envelopes. Okay. Obviously the chances are out of my hands here. Obviously it was a roll of a dice. You all ended up with these. I'm going to give you a chance now to actually tear open these envelopes. Okay. I'm going to let you tear open these envelopes. Yeah, tear them open, because inside of each one of these there is a little message, apart from one of them. Again, inside of one is another £50 note. So one of us should be a winner.
He's got it. That's why I want that
Oh, look at that, how strange. Yet again, I'm the one that wins the money. Thank you very much, guys. Okay. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to try and raise the odds a little more. Okay. So far we've only really used a dice, which is 1 in 6. We've done a 50-50 thing with bags and knives. So let's try and do something a little more. Where's the brick gone? I think that's still down there somewhere. There we go. Can you just pass me that? I tell you what. Do you want to help? It'd be easier. Yeah. Come on up. What's your name, darling? What's your name, darling? Okay, nice round of applause for us to come to on stage. She knows she's live. Would you take a seat to it? Okay, so we're going to go with a much greater form of odds now. Okay, there's the copy of Anne Rice's Queen of the Damned. Okay, normal book, you can check it. Make sure that it's not like a book with all the pages that are identical or anything, they're all the same word repeated. Okay, it is obviously a genuine book. And while you do that, I'm going to go in amongst everyone here, and I'm going to get just like this, roughly how many pages are there? We'll look at the back somewhere. About 600 pages, thereabouts, okay? So I want everyone just to now think of any random number between 1 and 600. If you could all just randomly think of any number between 1 and 600, okay? While you're examining that, I'm going to go try and collect us a few numbers. While I do that, I will give you guys do it. There we go.
I don't think he's going to ask it. It's not. Sound the words. Is it? What's it called? Queen of the Damned? Don't take that all, I'll read it to you tonight.
Bedtime
Okie dokie, so we've now got a lot of random numbers there from various different people. I'm going to hand that to you. I'm going to let you to choose any one of those, any one that you want, get it in your mind, because it's up to you now which one of them you go with. Once you've done that, just keep hold of the card out the way, whatever. Keep the book, because whatever number that is, I want you to turn to that page number, okay? Well, that's the idea. Okay, so turn to that page number. Again, I'm going to turn my back, so there's no way I could possibly know. Okay, and once you've got to that page number, the first, let's say, 2 lines of that, if you could just read them silently to yourself, that'll give you not just like a word or something like that, but it'll give you like a feeling as to roughly what's going on in the book there. There might be a name, a place, a person, a character, a description of something that's going on, but normally with the first 2 lines of the page, it gives you a little bit of information about something, okay? So you got the page there. I tell you what, whatever it is, put the card in there as well so you can verify it and easier to find it later on. Is that fair enough? No, you can obviously close the book up so if I turn around I can't see anything. Is that fair enough? Excellent. So now there is now genuinely only you in amongst this entire room full of people that know that information. Okay, unless obviously somehow I know the numbers and quickly able to recall and memorise word for word what's in the entire book, which is bloody impressive in itself. So, all I want you to do is try and make a mental image as to whatever that word or words calls. Is that okay? Okay, I've drawn and written something on here to make it easier to understand for everyone. If you'd like to turn to that page again, just out loud read the first two lines for us.
No, you call her, he said. You must call her. You tell her that I dreamed of the twins. I saw them in the dream.
You call her, I dreamed of the twins in the dream. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. And that's what we call direct mind reading. Okay, now then, I'm going to try one more last thing for this end of the segment of this first half. So that means I am going to try something that I believe has never been performed on a British stage ever. So for that I will need someone totally random. I'll tell you what, would you like to pick someone totally randomly for us? Anyone you've told? Someone that you think we could trust? Entirely up to you.
Pick someone else. Get out here. No, pick someone else. Pick someone else.
Julie.
Okay.
Julie with big bubble.
Okay, let's break this way. Oh, pick her. No, it's you. Come on up on stage, Ellen. Okay, no, that's fine. You can take a seat if you like. What's your name, darling? Kathy. Pleased to meet you, Kathy. Okay. Now, Kathy, we've got several dinner forks here. I'd like you to take any one of those that you want at all. Okay? And you can check all of them if you like. It's fine. Okay? Okay. You happy with that? Now then, we're going to choose one more for someone out there and one for me. That one. So I'll leave mine there so you can see it. Which one is going to that lot? That one. There you go. That one's for you. You can try it while you're down here. Okay, so this is the idea. Okay, and then obviously later on when you get home you can try this yourselves. Okay, so what we're going to do is if you're left-handed, you will hold it by the tines in your left hand. And if you're right-handed, you'll hold it in your right hand. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. Multitasking. Okay, so now you take like this, okay, then you're going to wave the fork like that, okay. Now the idea of doing this is as you're waving the fork as you hold it at eye level will look like it begins to bend, okay. So as you're doing this, it will actually slowly look as though it starts to bend. Obviously, if you stop and look, then obviously there's nothing at all happened. Because if it was able to bend, it wouldn't look anything at all like that. It would actually look more like this. And there you go, you can see it. You can check it as well with the legs. And there you go, you can check that one. And obviously that is obviously quite solid and everything else. Now obviously it is very difficult to see the tines on a fork bend, so I will do it the classic way. And there you go. You can check that. Thank you. I know most people want to do this. I think somehow he's switching it, he's swapping it, he's doing it too fast. I can't see what's happening. So now, I'll do it silently, and I'll do it slowly. And it's fingertips, so you can actually see the exact moment when you bend.
Yeah, bends it like this.
Oh, yeah.
And there you go, and obviously you can check that. Now, obviously this kind of routine has been done on stage, made very famous in the late 70s by a guy called Uri Geller, okay, who sadly passed away last month. Some of you may know, may not know. Yeah, scratched his neck, his head fell off. However, this next part has not. There you go. That's for you. You can keep that and you can check it all you like. Thank you very much, guys. And thank you for helping. You can keep the raffle fan. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you all for coming along, guys. And we're going to now take a very short, about half an hour break, so do fill your glasses. I'm sure you may all need that. We will be back in the second half. Also, if you haven't had a chance to take part in this half, but you do want to take part in the second half, I'm going to place the paper at the front of the stage. You want to take a slip of that paper, and we'll use that in the second half. Until then, welcome back on the stage. Kevin Cunliffe.
Okay, maybe you won't freak out.
what the hell was that about? That is a little demonstration of how pain itself can be very suggestive. I mean, we've all had similar experiences. We've all ended up with a little paper cut or a scratch. You don't even feel it or even notice it till you look down and see that little trickle of blood, and then suddenly it's the worst pain in the world. Or even you're lying in the bath, and then you can feel it dripping on the top of your foot. And it's only when you look down and whether you realise it's coming from the hot or cold tap that you actually start to feel that temperature. We've all been there and had these experiences, and this is how suggestions can be very, very effective, both physically and obviously emotionally. In the first half I utilised a lot of suggestion to show how we are all susceptible to this kind of thing of suggestion. And obviously there, Ryan was totally unaware of that needle, and he was perfectly fine, no blood, no nothing. It was only when I woke him up and he looked, and suddenly he started to bleed. So I would now like to try and demonstrate this a little bit more with someone else.
Terry. Yeah, mate. Terry.
Okay, Terry, if you'd like to come forward. No. So Terry, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Terry, if you'd like to take a seat there forward. Thanks very much. Now you're struck in bloke, I'm sure you've seen a few of these in your time. You can take that and have a good check of it, make sure it's quite real, quite normal. Okay? It doesn't fold up, it's not made of rubber, it doesn't fold in or out, it's not like a car aerial that telescopes in or out. I think that is quite genuine 6-inch nail, is it not? Okay? It's a nail. And just to be sure, we can ting it on those as well if you like. Okay? Solid steel, not made of rubber or plastic, or tin foil or anything. Okay? Fair enough. Okay then, Terry, what we're going to do, we're going to take this, if you can hold out your right hand palm down for me. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect, though. Okay, so this is the idea. On the count of 3. I'll definitely have it in a moment. Okay, so this is the idea. On the count of 3.
Don't check.
1, 2. Tell her it's actually more fair. It's actually more fair if you count, isn't it? Okay. On your count then. You gonna count? 1, 2. I'll tell you what we'll do then. We'll do it slightly differently, shall we? So, it brings the teeth to your eyes. So, try to lean up, taking. There we go. Oh, look at that intros. Well, you still got to lubricate it from the snatch bit, you see.
Face over, Terry.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Nice round of applause to Terry as well, I hope you know. Thank you. Okay then, guys. So, we are going to try something slightly more different. I'm going to use a young couple. Okay, so a young couple, I know we've got a couple in, we've got a few. We'll go with these two, I think. All right, nice round of applause up. What's your name, darling? Kerry. Okay, pleased to meet you, Kerry. We've had you up earlier on, and you're also keen. Would you like to come take a seat on this side? Okay, fantastic. Now, that's what we're going to do. Okay, you've seen one of these before, it's just a lipstick, you can take it and examine it. Is that fair enough? There we go. Nice one. Happy with that one. We use yours, but people get obviously worried about me using other people's lipsticks and things like that. Okay, you can check it as well if you like, it's just normal lipstick. That's fair enough. No, the needles are over there. Okay, so this is the idea. Okay. One of you, in a moment, I'm going to get to close your eyes. Okay? Okay? Is that fair enough? You're happy to close your eyes? Okay, fantastic. I believe you're right-handed, is that correct? Right-handed? If you hold your right hand like that, and palm down for me. There we go. And of course you can make a fist as well. There we go. And if you close your eyes now for us, and all I want you to do is to concentrate on that right hand for me. Okay? And all I want you to do is that in a moment we're going to do something with your friend over here, and the idea is if you feel anything or experience anything, I don't want you to make any motions or sounds or anything at all, but just concentrate if you get any touches, taps, motions, tickles, any heat, any cold, anything at all now in that hand. Does that make sense? Okay. So, if I hand you this, okay, and just draw a little dab in the palm of your hand. Just like a little dot will be fine. Okay, you happy with that? Okay, you can show that. Okay. Is that fair? Okay, you can see that. And with your other finger, if you like to kind of rub that in a little bit. Okay. Now this is the idea. While you're doing that, I'm going to do this. Keep going. Okay. Is that fair enough? Now then you can open your eyes now if you like. Okay, you have to do that. Now did you feel anything at all? Any touches, tickles, taps, motions, before, during or after? Anything at all? No? Nothing at all. And you've done that. Try to open your hand. That is passive suggestion, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Now, I'll tell you what, before you go, because obviously you're very good with this, you can take us another stage. We'll try this another stage further, because obviously though, you had obviously your eyes closed for most of this. So I'm going to give you one of those, and the same for one for you. Okay, they're just little blank bits of card. Near at the front, I've got a couple of pens. Okay, one each. One for you, and one for you. Now, in a moment I'm going to turn my back, so obviously there's no way I can see what's going to go on. But what I would like you to do is, if you could think of any place in the world, it could be a famous monument like the Eiffel Tower or Taj Mahal, White House, Blackpool Tower, whatever you want, okay? Think of any place in the world, okay? Using block capitals, in case we need to show everyone later, write that on the card and then fold it up, okay? Very similar. Hello, there's someone here. Okay, very similar. What I would like you to do is to write any name of any famous person. Okay? And again, using block capitals. Once you've done that, fold it all up. Okay? I'm going to turn my back so I can't see. Okay? Obviously, you'll have to let me know once you've done this. Okay? Is that fair enough? Have we done writing?
I'm done.
Have we done? Fantastic. I'll take back the pens. Just the pens for now. Thank you. Now then, yours all folded up and that's everything fine. If you like to hand that over to your colleague here, your partner in crime. Partner in crime, yeah, there you go. I'm going to thank you for helping out. I'm going to send you back to your seat for now. Okay, thank you very much. Nice round of applause for helping out. Now then, this is your next job and duty, okay? If you were to place both of those into one hand, place them behind your back, and mix them both up behind your back, so you don't know which is yours, which is hers, nobody knows what it is, the name, the place, or anything like that. It could be either. Is that fair enough? And obviously keep mixing them around. Okay, so obviously if you don't know, I couldn't possibly know. It's obviously impossible to both know what's on them and what we're actually working with. So it definitely is now if you're going to throw them away. Okay, so in a moment I'm going to ask you to hand me either one. Whichever one you hand me, we are going to destroy. In fact, we're going to burn it. Okay? Is that fair enough? I've already checked the smoke alarm, so we're fine. Is that okay? So whichever one you hand me at the moment, that is the one that we will destroy. It will be gone. Okay?
Come here, turn this bit, just...
Either one. Okay, so you're happy with that?
Yeah.
And here we are going to set it on fire. Now we could be burning the name, we could be burning the place. In fact, we're burning my fingers. No. Drop that in. Okay, so that's what I've got. So again, that could be either the name, the place, the people. So now we've only got the one. Now through doing this, I found that when I get two people like yourselves, there's no like a relationship between a person thinking of a name and a person thinking of a place. The first thing I'm getting is something like wavy, like white and things like that. So the first thing I'm picking up is like the colour white and something all wispy and wavy. So I'm not sure what that is. What I would like to do is just concentrate on whatever it was what both of you obviously wrote down, okay? You could try and make a mental image of that for me. I'm going to try and pick up on whatever one is remaining. Fair enough? I actually do think this is the person, because it's something to do with outdoor spaces, but I think this is more the person being in an outdoor place. I get feeling something like a greenery, almost like in a stadium or something like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Right, concentrate on it more, try and make a visual detail of it as well for me. Out loud, what was the name that you were thinking of?
David Beckham.
And of course it was David Beckham as we got there. So thank you very much for helping. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. That's our applause as well for us. You know, I feel kind of bad there, because obviously we went through all that effort writing everything down, and obviously we destroyed yours. So genuinely now at this moment in time, the only place where that location could actually be known is actually only in your mind. So just try and visualise that place for me, make a big mental image of it, concentrate on it. And earlier on I mentioned about big wide open space and something fluttering and flapping. I'm going to feel like it's something like a flag or something like that, am I correct? It's a flag, it's on top of something. Is it a Blackpool Tower? Thank you very much, guys. Okay. Now we are nearing towards the end of this short demonstration. However, I am going to end, and some of you may have noticed throughout this entire evening, there has been a box at the front of the stage. It's been there the entire time. It was over there. Now I'm moving nearer to the front so you can hear it. So, what I would like, in a moment, I want everyone just to think of any two-digit number. Okay? And while you're all thinking of a two-digit number, I'm going to try and also come into the audience with a giant pack of playing cards as well. Okay? It makes it easier to see and harder for me to manipulate, you see? So, this is the idea.
You can just mix those up. There you are, and just keep mixing them up.
Just make some of it.
I'm not looking at them.
I'm doing that. Just split it.
Okay guys, so we've got, I think it's 5 different people now mixing up individually 5 random clumps of cards. Now I want, like I said earlier on, I want each and every single one of you to start just thinking of any two-digit number. The reason for that is I'm going to get any one of you, totally randomly, to come up and help me. Okay, like I did earlier on, but I'm going to make it in the most fairest possible way. Okay, I'm going to write down a two-digit number on here, and whoever's the closest will actually get a chance to come up on stage and help me.
Not you, people with a card.
Okay, so I've now written down a two-digit number that obviously no one here knows exactly what I've written. Are you thinking of a number? What number are you thinking of? No, you're miles off. It's not 69. I don't know why you and the phone would have thought of that, but I've got a plenty good idea. What number are you thinking of, darling? 4? A two-digit number is 4. Oh, 44. No. Somewhere in the middle here, what's your name, darling? Rochelle, and what number are you thinking of? 32. Okay, we could be pretty nice at this time. You know, it's not exact, but it is the closest I think I'm going to get. I'll be here all night. Whoops. I made a glass vanish. What was yours was 32. I actually wrote 36. I think that's about the closest I'm going to get. So if you'd like to come up on stage and help me. Nice round of applause for her. Okay, nice round of applause here for Rochelle, was it? That is 36, so it isn't bang on, but obviously we're off by about 4 though. I mean, you said 32, wasn't it? Okay, if you'd like to take a seat. Okay. Now your job and duty is to look after this, and of course you can check it, you can see that it is a combination. Look, it is all locked up and everything else, that's fair enough. And again, you can check it, make sure, you can even try a couple of numbers on there, make sure it doesn't open or anything like that. It is a proper padlock. Is that fair enough? Now, this is the idea. Out of all these chances, all these people in here, there will actually only be one person able to open that. And that's you. Okay? What I would like you to do is to think back to, like, say, your childhood. Think of a very fond childhood memory. Fair enough. You got a good memory, maybe playing with pets or with friends or family. You got one. Okay? Can you roughly remember overall roughly the year when that may have occurred? Okay? I'll tell you what, try that year in the lockdown.
I am short-handed.
Okay?
I'm left-handed, but fucking right.
Don't spill it.
Okay.
Jess,
Yeah, there are zeros on this then.
Jess, my darling. You're forgetting. Yes.
That's mine. I don't think that quite tastes like the second.
Okay. Is that all? 2006. That would have made you how old? 11. Okay. And yet, the lock opens. So there we go. Like I said, there's only one person that was able in this audience to actually open it up. And now for the first time, I'd like you to take out the envelope and hold on to that safely and securely for now. Don't open it just yet. We're going to go and collect up all these cards from everyone else. Is that fair enough? Okay. Okay. So, where are we? We're over here. And you can do it. You can either put them on top or underneath. It's up to you. Okay.
Yeah, I bet you would. Yeah, I bet you would.
Ricky, are you sorry?
I don't know. I
I don't know.
Okay, okay. So they've done all the mixing, the shuffling, and you've all now ended up with a random playing card out of the full mixed shuffle pack. I think that's quite fair as well, isn't it? Now, if you like to open up the envelope, I did make a genuine prediction earlier on. In fact, I made several. There is obviously another envelope there, but there is a single sheet of paper, which I think you'll find more relatable to yourself. Okay, because earlier on I asked everyone to think of a single-digit number, and you said 32, was it not? You didn't get it quite right. The number I wrote was 36, so we rose off by 4. So if we like to read this out now, obviously you can read it out. Obviously there you just read that yourself. So thank you all for your kind thoughts here tonight on the 20th of January. If I'm correct, then a woman wearing a black top, striped, with brown hair, who will unfortunately be incorrect in guessing the correct number, but will be off by 4. Should now be holding that envelope. Okay? You can now open the envelope. Okay, just do it. That's fine. That's fine, don't worry. Don't worry. It's not fault now. Okay? Would you like to read this next part out? She doesn't want to read it, she's too shy. So we'll read it together. Please ask the attention of the 5 people holding the cards. I do believe there are 5 of us in here. Okay, if you'd all like to stand so everyone can see exactly where you are. Just the guys holding those cards. There we go. Hey, nice cheer for these guys helping out as well. Yeah, it makes me very nervous this bit, doesn't it? I see him, look, he's shaking. He's sweating, look. Sweating. Okay, in a few moments, we're going to read out a list of playing cards. If you hear your card, don't speak, don't cheer, okay? Don't make a comment, just literally, if your card is there and you hear it, raise the card high above your head so everybody can see it. I think that's fair enough. Now, obviously, if this works, or if it actually doesn't, if it does go wrong, remember, I've had no control over these cards, it's you. So obviously it can't be my fault, it's all your fault. I think that's the first thing to state. However, the cards should be, okay, the cards should be the King of Spades, the 8 of Clubs, the 10 of Diamonds, the 4 of Spades, and last but not least, the 2 of Hearts. Nice round of applause to Rochelle as well, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Oh, you made me stop reading. Oh my God, ew.
Not spoon beer.
Yeah, well, I'll play there with it.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, earlier on, during the interval, I asked each and every single one of you if you wanted to take part in this, to come up and take any single one of these slips of paper out of the glass. I believe several of you have now done exactly that for me. Is that correct? Okie dokie. So, pull up the sheets of paper. I'm sort of see roughly how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got half a dozen of you. Okay. I tell you what, you can actually help me with this. Yeah, you can help me with this. Okay. You can. Okay. You want a piece of paper? There you go. Take a pen as well, if you like. There you go. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. How do I always find the one special one in the group? Okay, Jess, you can come and join me. Nice round of applause for Jess joining me on stage, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now, if you let me take a seat on stage, there we go. Okay, now then, in a moment, what we're going to do, we're going to get everyone here to write down the name of any famous celebrity, someone that is easily identifiable, okay? And obviously now while we're doing this, yes, I'll even give you the chance to do one yourself as well. There you go. So obviously nice big block capital letters everyone as well, so it's not like John's up writing and it's like a squiggle. Okie dokie. I can see, yeah. There's a couple of times there for you. Okay, do we need a pen over in that corner? There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, okay. So we've all got pens and things like that. Oh, you need one over there as well. Colleen, come in. There we go. Okay, okay. So again, once you've all written down all these random names and people and places and things like that. Okay, okay. I'll even do one myself. There is that.
It's
It's not.
Anyone, yeah?
Anyone you think that's recognisable?
Definitely recognisable. No.
That's what best one going.
Okie dokie. So, once you've done that, what I want you to do, rather than folding it, is to screw it up into a really tiny, tiny, tiny little ball. As small as you could possibly get it. Okay? It's all coming out now, isn't it?
Not yet.
Okay? So small as you can possibly get it, and all I want you to do is to dump it into the glass. There you go. Like that. That's it, same with everyone else. Okay, so screw them all up into a little tiny, tiny, tiny little bowl. There we go. Fantastic. There we go. There we go. Get some more from over here. Put some more from the back there. Fantastic. Any more for any more? It's like random bingo now. Okay. Okay. So this is the idea. Okay? So alright, so we've got half a dozen in there, and if you could put your hand over the top of the glass and give them a really good shake, really good mix, so we don't know who's who's or anything like that. Is that fair enough? Okay? This is a four-man lottery machine. Okay? Happy with that? Okay. Okay. Hold out one of your hands for me. Palm up. Palm upwards. You're going to catch them. Okay. You can wrap one of these out. There we go. First one that comes out. How's that do? Randomness. Now, what I want you to do is don't show anyone else, don't tell anyone else, especially not me. Okay, but have a look at it. Okay? And you can work out who it is, or I assume you know who that person is. Okay? You can make a good mental image of that person. Fantastic. Okay? You know the name, you know who this person is. This is why I asked for celebrities, you see? Okay? Come flip back up again, so obviously we don't know anything like that. Okay? Okay. I'm going to take that off you. There we go. Probably for the best. Alright, so you got the random name now, okay? Okay, what we'll do.
Smack that red. Smack the bitch. Right. Exactly. Don't get shit. Be a full of shit.
She won't do it.
She won't play along with it.
Now, what I would like you to do is just to try and make a mental image of the person now that is all in your mind. I want you to just concentrate on this person. Imagine like the silhouette right at the very back of this building. You can't quite see them because obviously they're in the shadows. But only in your mind, I want you to try and focus them as though they're coming closer and closer and closer towards you. And as they start to get nearer to you, you start to see a little bit more detail of this person. The full silhouette, whether they're male, whether they're female, you can tell it as they are walking towards you. Then the shape of the hair, things like that. And you're going to start focusing more and more on these details. Concentrate on this for me. Again, a little bit more detail. Shape of the face. And then you're going to start to see this person's hair, maybe the colour of it, shape of the clothing.
This is Sean. Come on, man. Christmas is been a wonderful Christmas Day.
Maybe any facial features. Does this person have any tattoos or facial markings or things on their arms? The shape of the clothing, the colour of the clothing.
Homer Simpson.
See, should have people.
I'll let you explain. You won't believe how it works out. Try and watch it. You won't believe how it works out.
Do you know the trick?
No.
Jedward. You're not supposed to tell everybody. She's not asleep, she's
It's not even somebody.
sleeping. Whatever.
You'll be surprised.
It said put scissors around it.
A little bit more detail here. Focus on on just one key point of that person's told me. Visualize them there, and as you made out very clear now, a very, very clear mental image. What I want you to do is now, as you've made this mental image for me, I want you to now watch them turn around, slowly walk away. And just as they're now reaching towards the window, the very back of this room, you have to slowly take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, slowly start clearing out yourself, come back to it, and you're free.
Right, that's not even something.
How was that? How did you feel? You had a good play? I tell you what, for the first time, who was it that you, that was written?
Marilyn Monroe.
Hey, the last year. There you go, what?
Upside down.
We won it!
That is a little present from me to you. Thank you very much for coming.
We find out who
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now nearing the very, very end of my time here at the lovely Melbourne here in Lancaster. So I do want to thank you all for making the effort coming down to see me. We are hoping to do more of these shows. Hopefully, that is. Hopefully if all things go well after this next little piece. Quite simply because this next piece isn't a trick. Obviously I've done a lot of tricks here tonight and a lot of mentalism things. This is not a trick. It actually has a very, very bad history coming from a sideshow background. It originates from a very early Victorian era, and it doesn't come without a very, very, very serious warning. At the moment, there are 16 people who actually died doing this routine. Even back when Harry Houdini himself announced that he was going to try and go on live stage and he wanted to use a genuine live firearm, he himself received a letter from the Dean of American Magicians, who at the time was Harry Keller, a very good old family friend of Harry Houdini's. Well, I know what was said in that letter, and it purely simply said, "My dear Harry, these are words from the true heart. We love you as a friend, as a family, and you also owe it to your fans. Never do anything that takes such a risk on your life. You owe it to your friends and your family to cut out all the risks, all the dangerous stuff out of your shows, which the world cannot do without Harry Houdini." And up until, sadly, Harry Houdini's famous passing, Harry Houdini never performed any routine using a live firearm. Now, when I wrote a similar letter to the Magic Circle stating that here tonight I would be also performing using a live firearm with a bullet here at the Melbourne in Lancaster, I too received a letter, and it said, "Thank you for your words, Kevin. Go for it." And so, without any invite up a very dear friend of mine. He has over 20 years experience with dealing with firearms. I would like him to come up on stage and join me on stage now to assist me and also to make sure not only my own safety but everyone else here. Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you very much. So do I. Okay, guys.
I don't want to know why that would be. I don't want to. You put it away.
Now I could hear someone shouting out from the back that he stated he has firearms experience.
Wave at me. No accidents, Paul. It's your last day of freedom.
How much have you had to drink?
2 bottles. Is that 3 bottles you need? Is that 3 bottles you need?
Is that just for nerves, lad?
Have you got blackjack at the Specsavers?
I really don't want to see it.
Okay, guys. There we go. Now you guys can examine it as well if you wish. It is a genuine 32. Okay, are you happy with that? And obviously the fire pin hasn't been fired or anything like that. Okay, you can all do it. I'll come over, bring it over in a moment, don't worry. Happy with that?
I'm having a...
Very good.
Is it me?
Okay, if you look at the base there, you can see where it is obviously engraved. On the 32. The fire pin is obviously still intact. Okay, you can tell that obviously the bullet end hasn't obviously been taken out of the chamber either, out the actual shell or anything like that. It doesn't tamper with it anyway. Okay.
Yeah, we've got a nurse, we've got a medic.
There you go. You want me to check it?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
We've got a nurse here if it goes.
Thank you.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, would you like to join me on stage and you can actually get to watch this a little bit closer? Thank you very much. Nice round of applause for Julian now who's sitting on stage.
Go on, Jill, it's nice knowing you. Love you, bestie. I've known you so long and I love you always. Jill, it's okay. I'm here if you need first aid, yeah?
I know my first aid. I'm a first aider.
Okay, so we obviously do have several skeptics in the audience about obviously the genuineness of the firearm. The bullet is still there, but obviously I want you to, I'm going to show you obviously now how it works and everything else, and obviously you can confirm to everyone here that it is obviously a real firearm.
Shoot the magicians.
Hold on, Piercy. Love you, bestie.
It's in.
I'll see you in the next time, ciao.
Go on, what he's just said in your head. Put me $5 back.
Ring not dead, I won't ring money.
Come on, run to your Terry, and I'll put the bullet forward.
I'll shoot him. Wrong, son. You can check it. I've lost 13.
Jill, you spin that the wrong way and he's dead.
Spin it right good. Like a roulette wheel.
Now ladies and gentlemen, there is only one difference between this actual pistol and one that you buy from a gunsmith or anything like that. And you can also notice it, but on the outside of the gun, each one of the chambers are numbered. Can you confirm that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is a Bruni snub, it isn't your normal normal 6-shooter. This is how I managed to get the laws and legalities, because there is a loophole in the law that states that you can't play Russian roulette in England using a 6-shooter. So I went one stage further and got the British sub, which actually has 8 chambers. Because most people think, oh, well, that must mean it's a 1 in 8 chance. Well, it's not, because I'm not looking for the 1. It makes it a lot harder because I'm trying to find the other empty ones, which means I'm now going to do it rather than 5 times, I'm going to find them 7 times. Okay? Now, yes, I could get them, I could spin them around and I could hold it against my head, but we're not going to do that. This is why you're here. I'm going to get you. No. I'm going to get you to pick the random numbers for me. Okay?
Julie, don't worry, you won't get done for me. Jill. Julie, number 2. Pick number 5. Don't pick number 6. Bye.
Pick whatever number you want. Just make sure you get a full line then.
Didn't you say your first date? I'm not even doing the
Bestie, I love you.
I can't remember my number. Can I not get my luggage yet? No.
Just one of them all.
Don't finish yet. I'm not getting shot.
And you like sat next to him doing 8.
I'll show you what I recorded.
Straight, I'm going to pay.
Take a screenshot. I'm not being funny, but I think we're trying to do it. I don't know what it means.
Okay, so though we can have all the numbers all paired up. Now if you watch me right in front of you, it's not like we're using a loaded dice or anything like that. But in a moment, what I'm going to get you to do is to place these behind your back. I want you to mix them up, you can obviously cut them, you can turn them over, things like that. Does that make sense? We'll obviously try and keep them in the purse, so don't take any clips off or anything like that. And then, what I'm going to do is we're going to get you to take one of these pairs out and lay it flat on the table, and whatever number that is, we'll load it to the next round fired. I'll load it to my head, we'll cross off the number off the board, and then the game will begin. Okay? So if you like to place those cards now behind your back, mix them up, okay, give them a coat, turn a few over. And take one of those cards and lay it flat on the table. Okay, it's alright. It's alright. That's fine. So we're going with this one, is that the one? You place them back behind your back if you like, that's fine. Okay. So we are now going with number 4. We'll have to cross off number 4. What we're going to do, as you can watch, we're going to turn this around. You can see the number 4 is there. That's all. When I pull that hammer back, that will load number 4 for the next round fired. 3 is on that side, 5 is there. So now, if I pull that trigger, whatever is in that chamber or not, will go bang. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for coming here tonight.
See you next week. Jill watching. Jill. Oh, Gillian. Oh my God. She's going to
Actually, I just thought, I'm going to do that in case they give you a shower.
Oh my God.
Well, do it. Let the woman pull the trigger.
Oh.
That's November 1st. looking around now to number 5, which was, in fact, the next round to be 5 anyway, as you can see. Once again, pull the hammer back, you can see that is now chamber number 5, loaded and ready.
Oh my god.
Okay, next one,
Come on, Gillian. Gillian, stop.
number 8.
Stop picking numbers.
Oh, that's not tough to do that.
Gillian, carry on.
I've got one more left, it's alright. I need it.
Okay, so this is now chamber number 8. This is the third one in.
Don't worry, babe.
Gillian.
Not that one. That one.
Gillian, watch him.
Ah,
Gillian, honestly. Come on, bestie. Come on, bestie. You can do this.
Now, Gillian, I believe you got one pair of cards left. Let's bring those out.
not looking number.
Number 2. Now that's your lucky number.
Yeah.
Do you want to change it to the other one?
No.
Are you certain?
I don't know, don't do that to me.
Okay.
Gillian, stick to your number.
Sticking with number 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2 it is. Number 2.
63.
Okay, so this is your lucky number.
69.
I hope you're right. Thank you very much. One more. So I believe we're now exactly halfway. Now, in the traditional rules of Russian roulette, I've done my part, so now it's your turn. Obviously, I'm not that cool. But I tell you what, there it goes. Place it down your back once again. And then we'll go again. So now we've got a 1 in 4 chance that this is going to go bang. So the numbers that we're now looking for are numbers 1, 3, 6 and 7.
Come on, bestie. You can do
Any
this.
of those. Write 11 down on the table for me. Number 1 and 2.
Now then, I'm not bothered.
So the next one is number 1.
No, 2. Ryland's crew.
Coming at you, if I put you. Yeah, number 1.
118. I will be guess.
So this, ladies and gentlemen, is now a 1 in 4 chance that it will have a bullet in it.
What do you think?
111. I have. Go on, baby, go for it. Shoot him. Shoot yourself.
Don't worry, darling. I've got a shot for you.
Don't do it.
Don't worry, darling.
Please, come on.
Oh, Jill, stop giving him the numbers.
Number 6, that's fair. You didn't got a shot there, mate. 2 shots left.
Okay, guys, we've got number 6 now.
Right, got number 6.
1 in 3.
Jill, breathe. It's the shot, darling, breathe. Jesus.
Okay, so I believe we've now got a 50-50 chance of having number 3 or 7.
Next one will be 7.
We have number 3.
We've got 7.
Don't knock me off yet.
Who's got a bullet?
7.
Chili is like shit, I'm gonna kill someone.
Okay guys, this is now a 50-50 chance. This is exactly like we started the show, with a paper bag with a knife in it, with a coin in someone's hand. It's a 50-50 chance with a much greater risk. So once again, I'd like to thank you all for coming, and I hope you all have a very safe journey home, and I do hope, truthfully, you've all enjoyed tonight. Thank you. God bless.
Bang! You would not be playing next week. Go on, son. I've been there. Go on, I've done it.
Get back where you are, Colin. Get back where you
Let it
are.
go.
I'd like to thank you for coming. I think he needs more than a drink, but a nice, very nice round of applause tonight. He's absolutely quaking in the room, but again, thank you all for coming. Now obviously you were wondering, was the bullet even in there, and slight damage, so this is why I have Paul with me to now be able to show you that we do use genuine firearms. Paul, if you're now able to obviously unload the gun and show everyone that it is obviously a loaded gun.
Oh no.
Yeah, mate, see me too.
Kevin, you little wanker!
I thought it was this fucking thing, funny.
There you go.
Oh my god!
There you go.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cunliffe. Thank you all for coming. I'll join you as well in a very short while. Thank you all. Hope you do have a very good safe journey home. Thank you all again. Hope to see you all again very soon. Thank you.